There's nothing more satisfying than building an efficient production line. That's right, I said it. I'm Open Potato, and today I'm bringing you a collection of all of the best upcoming automation games and factory builders. Remember to let me know in the comments what games you're most interested in, as it helps me know what games you want me to play on the channel. Right, let's get in to the factory builders, shall we? Kicking off our list of upcoming automation games and factory builders, we've got Dawn Apart. Dawn Apart is a space colony and factory sim with fully destructible environments. Mine resources, maintain a growing settlement of fortune hunters, and defend against the fierce native population. Or flip the script and start a rebellion against the greedy corporation exploiting your new home. The art style looks super satisfying, and I can't wait to get my hands on this one and take it for a spin. If you want to know when this game is out and catch the video of me checking it out, you should absolutely get subscribed so you don't miss it. We're very close to the magical 100,000 subscriber number, and YouTube tells me 77% of you aren't subscribed, so get that fixed. Anyway, Dawn Apart looks amazing, and some of the sort of factory contraptions and setups that are teased look absolutely amazing. Very unfortunately, we'll have to wait a little bit longer for this one, as Dawn Apart has no public release date quite yet. Whiskerwood is an automation game where you have to manage mice. You heard me right. Mice. There's been quite a few animal-themed strategy games over the last couple of years, looking at you Against the Storm and Timberborn. This is another one. Whiskerwood is a city builder where you have to carve mountains, traverse seas, and explore untamed new lands as you build grand cities. The ingenuity of the mouse is on full display as you establish elaborate automation systems to efficiently run complex production chains, all while dealing with the oppressive demands of your cat overlords. I'm pretty interested to see more about the sort of production chains and the automation elements in this game, and it's yet another game that is published by Hooded Horse. I really can't wait to see more of this one. No word on a release date yet, but I'll absolutely be checking this one out when it lands. Earth of Oryn is an indie city builder with a bunch of interesting automation elements set in the medieval world. Starting from nothing, shape your kingdom according to your vision while managing the needs and wants of your people. Build great cities, mighty castles, bustling towns, and the laws and moral systems to guide them all. Raise and manage armies to protect your kingdom from enemies in real-time battles. Manage your economy, establish and maintain production lines, gather resources, trade with other civilizations, and research new technologies. This looks to be a really sort of satisfying automation game, city builder, and castle builder. I'm really interested to see what it looks like when it releases in Q1 of 2025. The first rise of industry was all about industry and logistics automation, creating big, sprawling production lines and even bigger transportation lines to link up all your production hubs to consumers. There's honestly not much to go on with the second iteration in the series, but what we do know is that Rise of Industry 2 promises to be more of the same, just bigger and more modern and more flashy looking. More production chains, more importing and exporting, and more opportunity to make loads and loads of cash along the way. Which is great, because I am very excited for this one and can't wait to get my hands on it. Industrial Annihilation is a cross between a real-time strategy game and a factory automation game. If you've played Planetary Annihilation before, then you know at least somewhat of what to expect here. From what we know, it's going to have a similar sort of PvP mechanic, but there is going to be a whole new aspect of belting and automating your base in order to produce units for your army. I honestly have no idea how well this is all going to work and fit together, but I'm super intrigued as the screenshots and the sort of videos that we have seen so far look pretty darned amazing. A lot of people have quite mixed feelings about the original sort of Planetary Annihilation. If you're one of those people, let me know what you think of Industrial Annihilation in the comments down below, and let me know if you're going to be interested in checking this game out. Industrial Annihilation is coming in 2024, but with no specific release date on the cards yet, I wouldn't be surprised if this one is shifted into the next year. Microtopia is a robot ant-themed automation game. Bit of a weird one, I know, but you basically play as the hive mind or the colony leader, and you have to manage a colony of robot ants. Design a network of transport trails, explore unique environments, and expand your settlement. Your goal is to reproduce. Create young queens that will fly out during the nuptial flight to spread out to distant lands, starting the cycle anew. I enjoyed my time with this game, linked up in the top right-hand corner of the screen right now if you want to check it out. Microtopia is coming in Q1 of 2025, and I'll probably be checking it out. Space Drilling Station is a factory builder set on a distant planet. You've got to optimize your space and automate production thoughtfully for maximum efficiency. Assign tasks to skilled experts and collaborate with competitors by sharing resources. If you're thinking that you may have seen this one before, then you'd be correct. This game used to be called Station 9, and now it is called Space Drilling Station. It's had a little bit of a rebrand, which is probably for the best. The demo for this game launched in 2023, so although there is no word as to a release date yet, I'd expect that there's probably something on the cards for 2025. However, we'll have to be patient. This is a really interesting 2D factory cooking simulator where you've got to feed a space beast. Build and manage sprawling networks of machines and pipes to mass-produce delicious meals that can satiate the endless hunger of the beasts that are invading your home. This is such an interesting premise, and it's pretty flippin' good. I've played this game on the channel. It is linked up in the top right-hand corner if you're interested. Snacktorio is made by the developers that brought you Apico, the bee management and cultivation game, and more recently than that, Mudborn. This is a great game. It feels really sort of fresh and fluid. There is a demo available for this game right now, or at least there was a demo available for this right now. I would thoroughly encourage you to check it out. I mean, even if you're a little bit sort of skeptical about the 2D sort of automation aspects, this game absolutely hits the nail on the head. It absolutely slaps. I can't wait for this game whenever it ends up releasing. Icaria is a surprisingly fun and competent voxel-based automation game. All the automation is done through these robots that you have to sort of build and program logistics into, and they handle sort of all aspects of your base production. It's kind of cool, and it's kind of a sort of system with very limited resources that you have to manage. In addition to that, you have to transform and terraform the landscape. Build up your colony, manipulate your robots and the terrain as you automate everything. I gave a preview version of Icaria a look on the channel, linked in the top right-hand corner right now if you're interested, and honestly, it kind of blew me away. Sometimes you come across these really sort of satisfying indie automation games, and this was one of them. It's a really great automation game. I hope it does well on launch, which is coming soon. You can check this one out on Steam at some point in Q1 of 2025. Build huge factories to harvest magical resources and produce potions. Design complex production lines from simple parts to transform ingredients using a deep alchemy system. Ramp up production to fulfill guild orders, unlock new machines, and create more powerful potions. This is Potion Pipeline, which is just a great premise for a factory builder, quite frankly. I can't wait to belt my potions around, combining and upgrading them. Factorio, but for potions, has a really nice ring to it. This one has been in development for a while now, with nothing firmed up in terms of a release date. But with the promise of building massive factories, I'll happily wait until this one is properly cooked before checking it out. Astronomics is an asteroid mining automation game where you're trying to make enough money to eventually afford a residence permit for Earth. You've got to take your trusty spaceship to a series of procedurally generated asteroids where you've got to mine and automate your way to profit. There are, of course, some critter-sized obstacles that stand in your way, but if you're able to clear through them, then it's back to your ship where you can upgrade every aspect of your operation. This is a brilliant little indie game, and there's a demo up right now, so check it out, linked below if you think this one might be up your street, and consider giving it a wish list, as it helps the developer know that you're interested in their game. Lumbermill is a game all about building, managing, and maintaining a lumbermill deep in the forest. Hire lumberjacks to chop trees, mechanics to maintain your machines, and arborists to look after the forest. Research and construct factories for processing lumber, and sell your products for the highest value to keep your business thriving. This game looks to have it all. Belts, trees, heavy machinery. Honestly, there is not much more in a factory builder to keep me happy. Interestingly, the developer of this game has a YouTube channel, so in addition to wishlisting it on Steam, you can head on over to his YouTube channel, linked down in the description below, and subscribe if you're interested in staying up to date with development progress. Very cool indeed. I think the best way to describe Block Factory is that it's basically Shapes 2, but focused on building little sort of dioramas. Honestly, this game probably doesn't have the same staying power as a big juggernaut like Shapes, but I really enjoyed my time with this game nonetheless. There's a bunch of buildings, loads of upgrades to get, and a good time to be had. It's just a really sort of solid factory builder in the guise of something that looks quite simple, but actually is quite challenging to master. Anyway, Block Factory will be arriving at some point in what remains of 2024, so not too long to wait for this one. Factory Magnate is a casual factory game where you'll build factories, complete objectives, earn promotions, and unlock new production lines to expand your factory and ultimately achieve the rank of Magnate. Whenever I'm digging around online for games to add to these lists, I always have to double check that the project is still in active development, because truthfully, I don't know. This is just my best guess. Games like Factory Magnate make that challenging, as it's been in development for about 3 years, and there's not a huge amount to show, but there was a publisher announcement in June, so you never know. Anyway, you can check this one out, linked down in the description below. Total World Liberation is a real mashing of genres. It's pitched as an open world survival, automation, crafting, building, turn-based game. Yeah, there's a lot to go into with this one, but truthfully, we don't have much information. There is a automation element. In fact, there's quite a lot of automation elements. You need to set up outposts in order to gather resources in faraway lands and transport them back to your base, and set up automated machines to ensure that zombies don't destroy your logistics operation. There's also defense elements where you have to make sure that the zombies don't get into your base, build machine guns, and make sure you've got turrets in the right places to stop any enemy incursions. Honestly, I'm really excited for this one. It's a big promise. It's a lot of genres, but if it can be done, then it's gonna be great. Interestingly, this is made by the developer that made Dinky Guardians, which I really enjoyed playing, so there's definitely some experience there with regards to interesting gameplay systems and interesting automation systems. No word on a release date yet, but it hopefully will be coming out at some point in 2025. Automated offers a unique blend of puzzle solving and resource management in a dynamic industrial setting. Construct intricate infrastructure using conveyor belts, machinery, and automation to overcome challenges and maximize efficiency. I played this one on the channel a little while ago, and I like it. It's a little bit more sort of puzzle solving oriented, perhaps, than automation game, but if that's your kind of thing, then absolutely give this one a look. Automated is arriving at some point in 2025. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but Proto Garden, a factory builder all about building up pollen production and managing a beehive, is genuinely one of my most anticipated upcoming automation games. This is such a unique premise and really throws the normal sort of factory building formula for a twist. There is a juicy research tree to get through, and I honestly love my time with this little gem of a game. Graphically, it doesn't look very impressive, but I can assure you the strategy automation goodness contained within more than makes up for it. Proto Garden arrives on the 11th of December. Outer Factory is a peaceful and minimalist simulation in which you work for a rising industrial company. As a technical manager, you build fully automated factories and infrastructure on different planets with the freedom to choose how you construct and when you expand. If you dig chill automation games, then this one might be for you. Truthfully, there's not a huge amount of information to go with on this one. However, I will say it kind of looks like mini settlers in the way that nodes sort of all connect up together. Either way, an interesting premise and one that I definitely want to explore a little bit more. Outer Factory is supposedly coming to Steam in 2024, but I wouldn't be surprised if that release date gets bumped a little bit. For the penultimate game on this list, we have got Rogue Factory. Rogue Factory is an automation game crossed with a Vampire Survivors type roguelike. I know it's a weird combo on a list of a lot of weird combos, actually, but this is a great little game. The premise is kind of simple. You only need to survive for 20 minutes, and yet it's quite a challenge. Build up a factory, use spells to destroy enemies, and collect more cash to further upgrade your factory, and repeat. I checked this one out recently, linked up in the top right-hand corner right now, and really enjoyed my time with it. It's an acquired taste, perhaps, but a thoroughly enjoyable game nonetheless. Rogue Factory is coming out at some point in 2025. And last but not least, we have got Automation Station. In Automation Station, you start with nothing, but soon you discover raw resources to collect. Refine and craft these resources into machines to automate your harvesting, refining, and crafting tasks. Eventually, you'll be able to link up your machines with conveyor belts and other gadgets to create large automated assembly lines. As you scale up, you'll unlock more and more areas of the world to find new resources and machines to improve and expand your factory. Check out the development blogs through the Steam page if indeed you're interested in staying up to date with Automation Station. It looks like an absolutely brilliant little automation game. Very sort of, I guess, stylized and graphically interesting. So yeah, really excited to see where this one goes. Nothing on a release date, but yeah, I'm excited to see this one when it comes out. So that is it, folks. Are there any other automation games coming out in 2025 that you think I should be on the lookout for? Please do let me know down in the comments below. And remember to get subscribed if you are not already. We're ever so close to that 100,000 subscriber milestone, so every subscription counts. And yeah, as I said earlier, YouTube tells me that 77% of you aren't subscribed. So please do fix that if you're interested in the type of videos that I make here. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.